Hey guys, and welcome back! In the next two episodes, we're going to be talking about gameplay. Gameplay is the heart of the game. It is about what we do. Let's start with the definition. Gameplay is the actions we take to overcome the challenges we face. I choose this definition because it holds the two key elements of gameplay: challenge and action. In order to understand gameplay, we need to understand these two things. Today, we are going to focus on challenges. Challenges are the objectives that a player must complete to arrive at the goal of the game. Think of these challenges like gates, barring the way to completing the goal of the game. These gates can keep us, the players, from completing our personal goals, or they can be gates that keep the protagonist from reaching their goal. Challenges can be anything we can think of, from killing a certain number of enemies to overcoming a mental wall to action. They can be looting an important item from a dungeon or building the house of our dreams. Coming up with these challenges is a critical step in the development process, and it is very important to make sure that the challenges are not trivial nor too difficult. If the challenge is too easy, it will seem trivial and boring. However, if it's too difficult, it will no longer seem worth the risk. Balancing the challenge of the game is incredibly important, and if the challenges aren't balanced, the game won't be fun. Balancing is a big topic, and we'll cover it more later, so for now, just keep in mind that the risk and the reward have to be balanced, or the player will not have incentive to take the challenge. Now, enough theoretical talk. Let's get over to something practical. Spoilers ahead. In Ori and the Blind Forest, Ori is given the task to restore the world. It's a big task for a little forest spirit, and so they break it down into 6 large challenges, each split into pairs. These pairs consist of obtaining the keys to dungeons and then completing the dungeons. Functionally, this is how it works, although the story varies it slightly. The challenges in themselves are very simple. Get the key, beat the dungeon, repeat. The structure of these challenges leads to giving a set duration for the game to last, namely how long it takes for the player to beat these challenges and obtain the goal. This is the action portion we'll be talking about next time. These challenges are built around the story of the game. Because of this, the tasks that Ori must complete make sense, and we do not question our actions in guiding her to complete the tasks. This coherence tells us that the challenges presented in Ori add to the story instead of conflicting with it. If you want a popular example of what not to do, look no further than World of Warcraft, and ask yourself if you tend to read the whole quest given, or just click through to go continue grinding. This is when the gameplay and the story get in the way of each other, rather than working in sync with each other. This dissonance makes it difficult to get any moral value from playing WoW, as the world encourages you to ignore what should be the core mechanic of its storyline. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad game. WoW is awesome, and rightfully so, but it lacks a moving story. When someone dies, the player just doesn't care. This game just has very little emotional resonance coming from its story. As a medium, games need to break away from this. Our challenges need to tie in with our story. We need to ask ourselves, why does the protagonist want or need to complete this challenge? Why does the player want to do it? If we do this, our games will enrich our lives even more by telling stories that help us to care. If the visuals I've been using today help you better understand what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to hit like and be sure to subscribe for more content like this. Have fun!